Hey guys, what's going on? It's Lefty from 643 Productions coming at you here with another Black Ops sniping gameplay commentary. This is some domination gameplay, six-man domination on the new map, the escalation map, Hotel, playing on the escalation playlist. I got through the camping on Stockpile and maps like that in the escalation playlist to finally get to this, rolling with Ernie and the crew, a few other people that you may know from YouTube, and get a pretty good gameplay here. And I thought I might show it off. I know my last escalation gameplay slash commentary was from Hotel as well, and I haven't really gotten anything else. In fact, today I got just a quick story before I jump into the real topic at hand. Just today I went 22-5 sniping in a domination game on Stockpile. The thing of it is that everybody on my team did better than me. I mean, in terms of overall points, I went 22-5, but there was a guy that got, I think, 2 blackbirds. He got his Huey, he got his dogs, and he was like 35-10 or something like that. Like not as good of a KD, but just in terms of overall score, there were a lot of people that did better than me. And you know, if I was on the other team, and being the person that I am and being involved in this whole YouTube thing, I was like, wow. Because that guy near the bottom of the other team's scoreboard could have had a YouTube, or would normally have, or what I would call a YouTube-worthy game because he was sniping. And but because of everybody else, it's not. Because you show the scoreboard at the end. If I was to show the scoreboard, it looked like I didn't do anything. And rare. And I thought about it. I was like, rare is the day when 22-5 sniping isn't YouTube-worthy with non-lethal kill streaks. 22-5 with non-lethal kill streaks is not YouTube worthy, or at least it wasn't today. And I thought, you know what, rare is the day that happened. But made up for it. I went to the local 7-Eleven, got myself a $5 crossword scratch off, and I won $10. So really $5. But really, when you're looking at the grand scheme of things, really nothing, because I lost $5 on another scratch off card earlier in the week. So it evens out. So I'm even. I broke even. But I'm probably going to use this $10 to buy more scratch-off cards to hopefully make some more money. I know, probability speaking, it's horrible, it's stupid and dumb, but I'm also horrible, stupid, and dumb. Anyway, I wanted to talk with you guys today. I hinted at it earlier in an older commentary, or a commentary I put up a while back. I talked about LA Noire coming out, and I said I was going to do an LA Noire playthrough, and we're drawing ever closer to the release of LA Noire. I believe it is on the 17th of this month, and I will be getting it, and I will be playing it through once. I believe it'll go. You know, like, I'll play through it once, and then start a new game over and record it, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that. I don't know if I want to show you guys the cutscenes, because it is a story-driven game. I don't know if I want to show you the cutscenes, because there is a whole, there's an overarching story, I believe, if I've read all the articles correctly. There's an overarching story throughout the whole game, and I don't know if I want to ruin that. I don't know if some of you will be okay with that. I'm just very, very interested in a few things about the game, one of which being the gameplay. I've never really seen a detective style game, at least on a next-gen system. I mean, obviously they're the old you know, click or stationary background games. I don't know what they're called. But the old games on the computer, like Full Throttle, was like kind of like a pseudo detective thing you had to go through, and that was one of my favorite games of all time. But I haven't seen anything on a next-gen system that's really detective or good guy oriented and finding clues, and with an open kind of ended story thing. A lot of it seems scripted. Alpha Protocol was supposed to be one, but that game was awful. Ugh, I didn't even buy it, and I knew it was awful. If your game, if the stench from your video game is causing an interested or prospective patron to not buy the game just because of the stench that they get from the game, your game is probably bad. Sega, I think Sega produced it. But anyway, I haven't seen a lot of that, and really when I'm describing it to people, because I asked some people, and surprisingly, you know, I haven't gotten a lot of people that are interested. I say, hey, are you going to get LA Noire? And they're like, well, what's that? I'm like, oh, it's like Grand Theft Auto, except you're the good guy in the 1940s. And I was playing with somebody in Search and Destroy, and they were like, oh, you mean like Mafia 2? I'm like, yeah, but if like you were a good guy in Mafia 2, like if you were a cop. So that's pretty much what LA Noire is, and I know a lot of you out there are have heard about it if you aren't pumped for it already. And I really think it's time to get pumped about this game because there's a whole lot of new interesting stuff. First of all, it's going to be the gameplay mechanic. How are they going to make you a detective, and how is that going to play out within the mechanisms of the game? How is that going to work? I don't know. I've seen some. Obviously, there have been the gameplay videos, the gameplay teasers all over YouTube, put out by Rockstar, and it's really, really interesting, but really you can only get a feel, you can only get a true feel for something by getting your hands on it and playing with it for a while. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Also, the biggest thing that I'm pumped about this game is one of the things that they try to integrate with the gameplay is you're a detective, obviously, and one of the big parts of being a detective is when you're questioning somebody to be able to determine whether they're lying by their body language and, most importantly, their facial expressions. And up until this point in video games, there hasn't really been a graphics engine or a mapping, I don't know, however they do it. They haven't been able to draw the human face very well in terms of showing a conviction and emotion and doubt and worry. There haven't been really any very good games at doing that. I know, oh gosh, what was that murder story on the PS3 that was pretty good, like the Origami Killer or something like that. I don't know the name of it, but apparently that was really good at that. But this development team Bondi, that's working in conjunction with Rockstar have apparently revolutionized the practice of capturing and drawing character models. They are actually using real actors, and they are capturing them using this intricate camera system, and it recreates this awesome, supposedly, and you can see it on the videos that are throughout YouTube, some awesome facial renders, and it looks like a real human being. And one thing I wanted to, and obviously that discussion on that will come with LA Noire. I don't want to talk just about LA Noire, but be on the lookout for that coming on this channel. It's not going to be, oh, do you guys want me to do this? I'm going to do it because I've been pumped about this game for a long damn time, and I think a lot of you have as well. And if you aren't, go ahead and check it out. Search LA Noire on YouTube, do all these things, find out about it. I guarantee you will enjoy the game and you'll get pumped about it yourself. But what I wanted to talk about, I guess I wanted to ask you a question: is how important is are game graphics to you as a consumer? And I'm not talking about, obviously, there are times when a video game can get away with not being the best looking. Obviously, Borderlands was a cel-shaded game. Crackdown was another one. I was a big fan of Crackdown, and you know, visually speaking, it wasn't all that great because it was a cel-shaded game. It wasn't that hard to create and didn't really drive the Xbox 360 to its potential. But I'm talking about the upper echelon. Obviously, like I said, there are some times you're like, you know what, graphics aren't really important. But when we're talking about graphics, what do you find interesting? What do you find to be the top of the line, or are you interested in graphics becoming photorealistic? I have just food for thought. I have the Call of Duty 4 box here, and on the back, and at the top on the back, it says the most photorealistic video game we've ever seen, and that's a quote from Game Informer when they reviewed Call of Duty 4. So how interesting, or how important is photorealism? How important is the pushing of that envelope of video game graphics? How important is that to you? Is it important at all? Not a lot? A little? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, guys, that's my time. I got to get out of here. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go follow me on Twitter. Just go to twitter.com/lefty643. Also, I want to thank all of you that have been following me on Twitter, and all of you that have come to my channel and found my channel. And so, in thanks to you, on this Friday coming up, I will be hosting an open lobby. You have to be following me on Twitter, or if you can find out my gamer tag through other means, then more power to you. But I will be letting everybody know on Twitter on Friday. So you have to be following me on Twitter, following my Twitter feed on Friday. I will let you guys know when the open lobby will be going down. I will be hosting an open lobby for all of you as a big thank you to each and every one of you that has found my channel and watches my videos. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. I am out.